And migrant crossings at the U.S. Mexico border are on the rise as U.S. and Texas officials continue to clash over how to deter them. A U.S. official told CBS News Border Patrol agents recorded 140,000 migrant apprehensions in February. That's 16,000 more than the number of crossings seen in January. These figures do not include asylum seekers and migrants processed at legal ports of entry. Despite this rise, Texas Governor Greg Abbott says migrant crossings are sharply declining in Eagle Pass after he ordered state officials to block Border Patrol agents from the region.
Where we are right now, there used to be 3,000 or 4,000 people crossing illegally a day. For the past 3 days, there's an average of just 3 people crossing the border illegally.
CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez has been following all of this from Eagle Pass, Texas. Camilo, migrant crossings increased last month in spite of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's efforts at the border. Talk to us about the difference, what has been happening there in Eagle Pass where you are as opposed to all along or the rest of the 2,000-mile border.
Good afternoon, Lily. That's right. Migrant crossings are rebounding after plunging in January. We saw a record influx in illegal crossings in December. 300,000 migrants were processed in December, an all-time high. That number dropped by 50% in January, but the number of crossings here along the U.S. Mexico border has been increasing over the past few weeks, with agents recording 140,000 apprehensions in February. That's up from 124,000 in January. However, we have seen a geographic shift, Lilia, in where migrants are crossing. Most of the crossings are now concentrating in Arizona and California, in the Tucson and San Diego sectors, not in Texas, which was one of the epicenters of that record influx in December. Governor Greg Abbott is, of course, taking credit for this dramatic shift in crossings here in Texas, the drop here in Texas, saying that the razor wire and the other actions that his state is taking to deter illegal crossings are having a meaningful impact in deterring migrants from coming to the U.S. But the story is obviously more complicated than that, Lilia. The Mexican government has increased enforcement in the interior of Mexico, deporting migrants to Venezuela, deeper into Mexico and Central America. And that enforcement, we are told, Lilia, is stronger close to the Texas border than it is near California and Arizona.
I mean, it's so fascinating and important to keep in mind. I mean, when you can reduce the amount of people crossing in one part, but when you start seeing shifts in places like Arizona, you start thinking about people crossing the desert and how deadly that could be. But Camilo, I want to play sound because you just mentioned this of Governor Abbott defending his order to block border agents from Shelby Park.
What gives you the authority to tell the U.S. Border Patrol what to do?
For one, as governor of the state of Texas, I have the authority to control ingress and egress to any land in the state of Texas. For another, this land we're on right now was used by the federal government to further illegal activity, and I wanted to put a stop to it.
At the heart of this debate is, immigration enforcement is supposed to be up to the federal government. But what options does the president have left, given that Greg Abbott has been so active in stopping Border Patrol agents from doing their job there?
Well, Lilia, this area behind us, Shelby Park, is the epicenter of that political and legal standoff between Texas and the Biden administration over U.S. immigration policy. Federal Border Patrol agents are still barred and prohibited from processing migrants in this 2.5-mile section of the U.S. Mexico border. The Biden administration is threatening legal action, saying that this is unconstitutional. But as you heard Governor Abbott say in that 60 Minutes interview, he is justifying this action by calling the situation here an invasion. I have to underscore that while there have been record levels of illegal crossings here, Lilia, there is no military offensive here, and border towns like Eagle Pass are not under attack.
That's right. Camilo Montoya-Galvez from Eagle Pass, Texas. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lilia.
A reminder to all of you who would like to watch that Cecilia Vega excellent piece from Eagle Pass, Texas. 60 Minutes airs on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS. You can also watch 60 Minutes on Paramount Plus or free on the CBS News app.